Hello everyone, it's Sloth here and I could not be more happy. Guys, we're playing Dimir Control with a sweeper and we are stealing our opponent's cards so they die to their own cards. If that's not beautiful, I don't know what is. If you are a Dimir fan, I guarantee you will love this video, every second of it. And we have those super new cards. Man, I love it. The new set seems so awesome so far. Man, I got so excited I kinda forgot about the whole subscribe and like thing. But jokes aside, the more you like and subscribe, the more people will see Dimir and in its full glory. So I think it's a worthy cause, and subscribe so you get all the new decks because we have so many ideas. You don't want to miss those decks, and you will get notification if you are subscribed. And I think to be strict, so this will be, just card reading part. If you know the cards, you can skip direct into gameplay. Man, you are in for a treat. Like, I'm so happy, guys. Finally, Dimir that has a sweeper. I can die happily right now. So, the cards, the new cards. Drag the Canal. 2 mana, creates a 2/2 creature, so it's a decent one. But if a creature died this turn, you get some extra benefits to life, surveil 2, and then you investigate, so you kinda get back the card if you pay 2 mana. So, you obviously want to kill a creature with something like a cut down or go for the throat or just trade them, and then the value is really nice, and you always get this card back nearly. So yeah, and the live gain. The live gain is a huge one. It feels like a little bit, small emperor basically. Lazav, Wearer of Faces, 2 mana, 2/3. So whenever it attacks, you exile a card and then you investigate. So every turn you can basically draw a card thanks to this, and you will see it in one of the games. Whenever you sacrifice a crew, then Lazav becomes a copy of a creature, but one of those that he exiles. So he kinda wears faces, you could say. And it's awesome. It's super scary card, so you will see it in action. And Outrageous Robbery. Man, this is basically like a Silver Scrutiny, but you draw from your opponent's deck, and at the same time you aren't limited to 3. You can go for 7 cards at end step. It's insane. So far, man, I've been like drawing 4 to 6 cards from my opponent's deck with this one, and I'm usually winning with his deck. Like, that's crazy. I love the card so much. The instant is what it makes, it's super, super nice. We still play this one. To be honest, maybe we should replace it. And Sudden Setback. 4 mana counter spell, you put something on top or the bottom of the library, your opponent chooses. You can target either a spell or any non-land permanent, including creatures, enchantments, all this stuff. Reenact the Crime. You need to cast it. Oh boy, this is a weird one, let's say. It's cool but weird. Exile target non-land card in a graveyard that was put there from anywhere this turn. So it has to go to a graveyard. That's a big condition. You then copy it and you may cast the copy without paying mana cost. So you basically get it. Well, we'll talk about this one. Intrude of the Mind. New Factor Fiction for the Magic Boomers, and I've been playing with Factor Fiction quite a lot, man. So, alright, ready. 5 mana. You separate 5 cards from your library on top into 2 piles, basically. And your opponent sees the piles and he chooses one of those, and one of them goes to your hand and one goes to the graveyard. The added benefit, Factor Fiction was 4 mana, I believe. This one is more expensive, but at the same time you also make a creature. And the bigness of a creature is equal to the cards that went into the graveyard. So yeah, this way. So not this turn, this way. So it's always at the most like 5/5, but realistically 2/2 or 3/3. So the decisions here are insane, and I love the card. Probably my favorite card of the set, nearly. But okay, maybe definitely cover up just because we have a sweeper finally. 5 mana sweeper, what more to say? In black, it kills everything. Added benefit is that if you evidence 6, so you exile cards with value 6 or higher from your graveyard, you can basically exile Atraxa from your opponent deck. And it's like a stone brain. You also see their hands, so that's actually a huge one. Even if the deck doesn't rely on one creature, you still see their hand, and that's huge. And you don't really pay anything extra, you don't use the graveyard, so it's just free value. And also the new lands, but not the huge one, but they're still super cool. Alright, let's go into games, and I hope you will enjoy it as much as I did. Alright, we are going first. We go the Marsh, and then go for the throat, then we reload with Robbery, and we should be good to go. And instantly control. Alright, we still have to counter spells, and this, is this Jeskai with Helix? I think it is. I think it's our fellow control enjoyer. Well, this is definitely not the hand for this kind of matchup. No card though. We definitely want to keep it for later. Okay, this is very good. Now we have all the things activated, and we can play those for... Man, this can be such a huge card. The problem is that we need so much mana to use it. Yeah, it will probably be a counter spell if they go for the Emperor. Invasion? You really want it, huh? The question is, do you want to draw it on the next turn? I think if they have counterspell, they will go for it, because they know they will hit our next thing. And they will exile the Outrageous Robbery. Yep. Here we go. Because it increases the cost permanently, so we will always draw 2 less cards, and that's our best card in the hand. So they got really good hit here. That's weird, because... Oh, they play Zurgo. Yep. Here it is, here it is. And there are no creatures. So we need to, you know, just wait for it. If they play Zurgo, now they know that we can answer it, so that's a problem. A wedding announcement. Huh. I mean, we should probably just trade card for card. It's not the best card, but they will draw something at some point. And I don't think they want to draw it, so it will be basically a removal. And you can see, right now we would be able to draw 2 cards, but we cannot, so a bit of a rough one. They really like those announcements. Alright, this one we probably go with Deadly Cover-Up, I guess. We'll see. I kinda want to have a creature so I can get the clue. Man, I would draw those 2 cards so hard right now. Oh no, we got stuck at the worst one. The 4. Invasion of Gobakan definitely got us. And now Zurgo can be activated, but we can still theoretically counter it. Damage to the face? Sure. If they attacked Gobakan, I would react. Right now I don't have to. And I have a plan. And let's see what they go for. Nothing. That's my favorite. The true control style. Alright, so we kill this guy. We also prevent them from drawing card on the next turn. And we go Drag the Canal. I mean, that should be a good value, right? Because the creature died this turn. And those are the cards. Like, we're rolling. We need to sneak this. This one is really good, and you probably want to draw cards first and then cast it when you don't know the cards, because we know our next draw is amazing. And we probably want to pass the turn, right? So it makes attacking way harder. They still have the Anchorage, don't forget, so they can sneakily flip, and we probably won't go for the Throat left for this one. And Make Disappear can take... Oh, I see. Alright, how do we play this, man? It's not an artifact. So they probably have a counter spell for Deadly Cover-Up. This is rough, man. I think we need to go for this. Because this will align perfectly against what they have. If they tap, that's good enough for me, because I can resolve Deadly Cover-Up. So I think paying 4 mana is nearly the same as countering it. Alright, they go for it. They will have 3 creature board. Alright, you got it. And we'll draw a card. So we potentially can still hit a land drop. Down to 2 cards only. Huh, they're not going for it? Yeah, that's what I thought. The small problem is that if we don't kill it, yeah, I mean we have to go for it, so they will flip it with Anchorage if they want, probably. Let's draw the card. Like, we have a lot of gas, more than them potentially, but we aren't sure. Is there a card I want to exile? This is a good counter spell, man. Oh man, I nearly cast the wrong thing. Alright, let's go for it. And we will go with the evidence. Also, we can see it, right? So this and Let's go for make disappear. 76. I also will see his hand, I believe. Oh my god, I can go for the sharks. You know what? I want the shark. Give me the shark. You don't have shark. And here's the helix. Alright, and here are the sharks. Just don't draw Zurg, alright? By the way, if you want to copy the deck, here it is. Too many destroy evils. And not enough helixes, only 4. So they need to increase it to like 10 or 15. And then, man, then Monored will be a fun matchup. Alright, and let's surveil. I like Lazav, but I don't think this is the moment for it. Especially against Helix. So they can flip, but that's not a great play on their part. Only 4 mana. They drew 1 card. I wonder what is it. We'll also potentially see the next draw. Unfortunately, we are so tapped that we couldn't go for the Throated. That was my idea, that I wanted to do it, but you know, it is what it is. They drew a land. Some good value for them. We know the cards. Listen. Listen. I have to do it. I have to do it. It's too fun, man. This is outrageous robbery, man. Like, I can already feel like how horribly it feels. No, not player. Only creatures. Don't cheat. Like, I'm the robber here, alright? Oh boy, those are some... Oh man, those are some cards. I wish I stole the Gobakan, because I could do the thing he's trying to do. Just better. And he's going for this one, alright. With the Anthem effect, this is a lot of damage, but I don't think it should matter super much. And I mean, drawing so many cards should help a little bit. No more lies. And do we go with the cost? This is important. We definitely want to know. I probably want to play the Emperor. Potentially going Destroy Evil first so they don't grow. I need to mitigate the damage. Alright, so at least 6 mana needed. And I have 1 or 2, so I think this is Mirrex, because we won't go for the Throat ready for the Birdie. And that means what? That we play everything at instant speed. Does he know what I stole? Face down. Oh man. He doesn't know. I love this card. Oh my god, he will kill him with his own cards. If that's not Dimir way, I don't know what is. Face, you monster. You absolute monster. I should make an upkeep stop, but it's fine. On the bright side, then we can try to, you know, absolutely cheat. Huh? Now he cannot give hexproof to this, and it's already activated. He will activate it again just to try to go for the hexproof. I love it. Absolutely love it. But there is a problem with this play. We have everything covered. You could say that it's deadly covered. Man, that was horrible, but it was still fun. Alright? You are not getting your Anchorage, bro. No. Leave it. It's dead. Alright? It's dead. Alright, man, that was a nice battle. And we can be wasteful because we, you know, drew 5 extra cards at the end step. It's pretty good. It's pretty good play. Alright, we will have... This is Vigilance? No, only Hexproof Indestructible. They don't even want to see the thing. I really think we still need to go for this play. I'm a little bit scared. And hopefully they will use a Ganja, so it's easier later.
We must protect.
Yeah, let's mitigate the most damage. Yeah, I guess the Ganja didn't make too much sense in the end. Alright, oh, this is so good. Died. Oh, but I'm exiling it, bro. Come on. Don't be offensive to exile effects. Alright, so we are killing this guy. He's the biggest one. No Anchorage, only Mirrex. There's only Mirrex. And no more lies. This actually can make a difference. So what do I want? I want to play Factor Fiction. And we could go with Zurgo, but it dies to a Ganja, right? So we only can cast it with Hexproof. So I think instead we go this. And then we use the token. We can have some nice plays here. They will use Mirrex, unfortunately, but what can you do? I mean, I know what. I will not risk that they will draw a count. Oh boy. Okay, this, man, I love magic like this. This is the stuff. So I probably want this and this. So he will give me this, right? Because 1 March is better than 2 lands. Oh no, so I want this. Then he gives me this, and I get 3/3 token, and I can block his stuff. Then he needs to use a Ganja, and I still have the next draw. Yep. And he will give me 2 cards, I believe. March is also good enough, so I can just, you know, exile stuff if I really want. And here we are with a 3/3. Perfect blocker. Absolutely perfect blocker. And we also have this guy in case we want to trade with this. The Anthem effect makes it super hard to trade efficiently, but I don't know, we are getting there. We are getting there. And this will be pretty cool. So we block like this, we lose the creature, and guess what happens? What? Okay. This is a pretty good value right now. And I got a creature, a card back, a live gain, and the surveil. And you know what? I like it even more. I'll take the next one. And that, man, we have so much card advantage in this deck, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. Alright. Is it time for Zurgo? Probably not yet. I think we just go with this guy again. And see what we get. We definitely want to use double Mirrex. We go like this. Man, I love this card. It's so fun. And your opponent has so many bad choices. Oh, he doesn't like this card, I'll tell you that. So, he probably will give us this, right? Okay, so we switch. Is it now good enough? He can... Yeah, I mean, I could think longer, but I think it's close enough. Like, he doesn't want to give us either of the piles. And the creature is still there. The top tier of Doom. Our win con. Alright, I forgot we also need to win this game somehow. But I'm having too much fun, so I forgot. We go cut down. And then we can make more stuff. Man, this is so cool. I'm not going for Zurgo because the hexproof will be awkward. And I still have so much to play. Like, I have so many cards that I can play each turn. So I'm not in a rush. Like, I can use all of my mana every turn. Oh no, I nearly messed it. Okay. Man, did anything die? Like, I'm so excited I forgot what turn it was. Okay, that was pretty bad. It's fine. I thought something died, but it was probably last turn. Alright, it will happen next turn, alright? So, we cut it down. So, of course, I should cut down first and then play it, but, you know, when I'm talking and thinking about all the new cards, I kind of forget which turn it was. And that's my excuse for the day. It's a pretty good one. I recommend it heavily. Alright, this one has flank and artifact, so it's a bit harder to kill and a bit better to attack. And I mean, he has no pressure. And we're starting to crack clues, and we still have this robbery. And it will be outrageous. Oh, and we are getting here with our good cards. Well, that should be really good. How much we have for double counters? That should be good enough. So we are starting to close the game. Man, Dimir is so cool right now. I love it. Hexproof. Good stuff. And every game you will steal basically your opponent's win cons because you have those robberies. And yeah, you can, if you know a lot of decks and you know how to play them, this is even cooler because I've been playing with those decks so much, man. I know exactly what they do and I can play them pretty decently. So, you know, it's a fun way to win the game. Probably one of my favorites. Alright, here's the Mirrex. We can kill it. If we want it, that's the moment. But I think we just take 2 damage. If he casts Uzurgo, we can just force a sacrifice of non-token. 2 damage is fine. It doesn't really make a difference. And of course we'll have Zurgo, because we will have really good plays. Do we go with our Mirrex? It's extra damage every turn. It's not bad. I kinda want it, to be honest. Alright. And it's not attacking, so they cannot kill it now. A bit too many of those, but it's absolutely fine. And of course they cannot block. So, they will try to kill Zurgo. What do we do about it? Well, we cannot dissipate it. So I think we just attack. And probably play Lazav and go to the end step. I'm not attacking with Reef because we have better plays. I need to get rid of those and translate them to cards, and we should be okay. Oh, you want this? I cannot target myself with this. And I cannot counter it because it's a channeled ability. But he doesn't have cover, so I can just dissipate it. So we'll use one of those and see if we get an easy answer. If not, we'll go the hard way, you know? We will definitely go the hard way. This is good, so it will be a land probably. I think Deadly Cover, it's a great card, but I don't think it works for this situation. Alright, you got it, you got it. But it will be hard for you to get it. And it's still 5 damage. Unless they use a Ganja. Okay, that's good. See, they respect the damage, even 5. Because they know it's close to them being dead. They are actually closer to it than us. So, 3 mana on Dissipate. Double for Edict, we can definitely play Lazav. It also puts extra pressure, it gives us more cards. Man, we are so deep into this one. And I think you have the new icon, right? Because it's evidence right now. The graveyard. The evidence pool. Alright. I think this is a nice moment for a cut down. I don't think he will counter it, but sometimes it can win games, so, you know, sometimes it might be a situation where you want to make sure that what you are trying to do happens, instead of giving them the choice. And it's so cheap that it doesn't change any of other plays. We still have no more lives. We can just force to sacrifice it. And then protect whatever he will try to do around it. Let's just not mess it up. Non-token creature. Alright. He can use Mirrex, but it's still a token, so he still needs to sacrifice it. Right, 2 mana answer. Wasn't hard. And when we are out of the cards, we can just play it again. Let's go. We just need 1 good card. Or maybe 2 good cards. Oh, this is so cool. This will probably close the game in some weird way. Let's survey. This goes to graveyard, so remember. Oh man, this is the best card in the deck. Alright, is it the time? I think it's time. Especially, man, please stop those Mirrexes. Alright, I guess we're not. And slowly but surely, we're going for the Sleefa. Is that enough? 5, 7, 9. What an interesting number. And let's exile what? Oh my. Man, we can actually hit him with Zurgo right now. Because we can sacrifice a crew for 2 mana. And that will make this 4-4. Man, this is pretty insane. Man, I actually really like Lazav so far. Okay, let's first take the blockers. Maybe he will cast something, right? Because he doesn't think we will do anything more. Destroy Evil. You mini. Absolute monster. And this one is colorless mana, right? This cannot block. And man, no more lies. If he has the last play, he will die to his own counter spell. You know what? No more lies. If that's not a Dimir win, if I've ever seen one, man. Like, this is epic. And here we are. With a perfect Rifa, with perfect cards, and no more lies were seen that day. We solved the case, guys. That was so fun. Alright, we are going first. And we have the Sewers. That's a good one. Oh man, the board. So do we need... I think we can skip this one because we have plans for 2 turns. What are the secret? Well, there should be secrets. Alright. And I like it. Alright. There's also our opponent playing cards, but who has time for this one? Alright, this is a clue. Alright. Man, I like the theme of the set so much. Like, I think it's interesting. Oh, this one is also... Alright, the game. Right, you get your damage. Good job. Oh, this one is also an evidence. So, Boros, we need to be aware of the demolition, right? They didn't leave the mana for it. I mean, we don't really have great targets here, man. Not really great targets. And on the next turn, we can both negate and do the other thing. And not the very best draw on this turn. Because we need the mana. If they go for... Well, this should help a little bit at least, right? Man, I like Lazav so much. Do you... What is this? It's just cycling, right? I'm sure it's just cycling. Alright. So this card, when it attacks, it exiles something from a graveyard, and then you investigate. And when you sacrifice a crew, it copies something that it exiled. Alright. What are you? Man, the art is so cool. I love it. What do you do? Anthem? Whenever... Okay, 1 damage to each opponent. Alright, alright. I can see it happening. We probably want to kill something though. Reenact the Crime is cool and all, but how cool is a cut down to the face? Alright. And then I can investigate. And I think Dimir wanted some kind of exile effect, so we will see. And here's our crew. Man, I love this set, it's so fun. And it's also legendary, so we have Otawara. I'm not sure how exactly we'll play it, but probably super reactive. We'll see what he does. A tapland, alright. Not what he wants. Man, the art on this is amazing, I have to say. Love it. You want to kill my cool stuff? Really? Oh, it can become a copy. Okay, so he's collecting them, man, that's so cool. We can either bounce it for 3 mana or just negate it fully. I think negate is pretty good, right? So we don't need to replay it on the next turn. We have triple blue, so we can reenact the crime. Man, I love this, I truly do. Alright, so I will keep attacking you. And man, look at this, like we're getting such a cool card advantage right now, for free. At some point we'll get them, and we keep playing lands. I played a land, right? Yep. I don't even defend because it's so good. Right? To be honest, like it's probably not the, you know, Sheoldred level threat, but it's so fun and so Dimir, like, it just fits, man. I miss playing Lazav. Sure. White Knight. 1 damage to my face. I think I will just draw 2 cards, man. Let's draw a card and see what we get. That's pretty cool. Let's decline, respectfully. And that's a cut down that we wanted. Alright. See, those 3 cards make a difference, and Dimir really want... Oh, right. More 3 cards. Oh man, they won't like it. They won't like it. And now we will get more stuff. I kinda really want this, but I didn't hit the second black mana this game. I don't think we need more. For now, let's keep it at that. So I could just Otawara this and steal what, Epicure? I mean, yeah, I can. No. I want to reenact the crime, but I don't have guarantee. Okay, let's go like this. We don't have creatures, we go for this one, and I'm not sure if we're just getting rid of it instantly. Exile target non-land card in a graveyard. So I mean, I could get it back, but then I don't get value. So I think it's worthwhile. And we still can draw a card, as always. And on the next turn we will have Why do you give all the mana? I think I played it some time ago, but I might be wrong, not sure. 2 damage to my face. Alright, hurts. Not gonna lie, but I have 3 cards. And Lazav. Man, this card is such a flavor win. Like, it's just so cool. More Lazav. Alright. So if I attack, I get a clue, but not much more. So I think we just pass the turn, right? And try to get as many cards as possible. The 3/3s really hurt. If they were original without the anthem, we would trade against them so perfectly. And here he's going for more tokens. Alright, it's not in the graveyard, it's in the exile zone. So we need to really work around it. They probably will attack with everything. Alright, let's go. We need some good cards. And that's a lot of cards. Oh boy. Oh boy, so we can go war. I think we take this damage. It hurts quite a lot, but this doesn't give trample, right? Oh, that kinda solves a lot, right? We also have a land, and we can play all of those. Alright, so I can get rid... Oh, there is no recruiter. If there was one in the graveyard, I would just exile it, because we have the evidence. So you can, I believe, exile cards from the graveyard with 6 mana cost, and you exile something. You basically do a Stone Brain to someone. So, we have the play. We just need to think how to do it. Nothing gives artifacts, except attacking with Lazav. Man, oh boy, this will be so epic. You will love it. And not really anything. I'll just exile. I don't think we need to exile. But I won't read because it will take time. Alright, they are pretty serious. You can see that Lazav got some respect out of the Legion. And now we use what the deck is supposed to do. A deadly cover-up. Do we want to get rid of something? Not really. So this is the evidence version, right? We just kill everything. That's good enough. And now we can... Man, I will be playing his deck better than he does. Alright. And I believe I can tap some creatures with Warden. Pretty cool deck, bro. We don't need more lands. We need stuff. Man, you can see that drawing 5 extra cards at the end step. This is similar to Silver Scrutiny, but you are not limited to 3. You can just go all in at the end step. On the other side, you are getting different kind of quality cards, right? Because you are taking from your opponent and not your own deck. Oh, they seem pretty scared of their own card. Man, I love it. And we still have Lazav. I wish just that when he enters the battlefield, he would already get the attack, but you know, it's probably too good to be true. So let's make Lazav. We still have... Oh, we don't have double black. Oh, that hurts. So I think we just go this or this. And I mean... Well, he has some of this, right? He can deal a lot of damage out of nowhere. So I think we just go with 1. I know it sounds weird, but they don't have trample. So having 1 blocker is huge deal. And we're at 7, this deals extra damage. Here it is. Here it is. 1 damage acquired. Haste. And let's see, they probably will go with everything, right? Alright. That's a full tap. Haste. Only attack, so this deals 4 damage, we're fine. Okay, so we use 4 mana for this. 4. And we have 3 cards, I believe. 1, 3, right? Yep, and we have 4. Because we might draw something better. Well, this is very interesting one. But I still think we go like this. Man, drawing cards at instant speed is insane. I actually want another one right now. Alright, you deal no damage. And I believe we can maybe just freaking kill him, man. Alright, I kinda want Lazav, because he's super cool. I cannot channel it, right? It's not in my hand. So we go Factor Fiction. I will keep calling it like this. And we go with the full attack. I hope that we can kill him on the next turn. Another Recruiter. Alright. Oh, they are going for the tokens. 2 damage to my face, sure. Scary. But they don't know about the reinforcements. Alright, let's start with this one. Because they are definitely not prepared. So I divide into piles. Do they see it? Probably yes. Separate, an opponent chooses, that pile goes... Yeah, so they can choose. Is that a cut down target? No. So... And so create chorus this, then put counters on it for each card put into graveyard. So the one that he chooses that I don't get. So he doesn't want to give me those cards. If we split like this, right? Man, I love it. So they don't want us to get probably this. This goes to graveyard. No, this goes to graveyard and we have a 2-2. Now they give us this and we get a 3-3. And then we trade. I kinda like it. Let's see. Let's see. We have way more creatures than he thinks. Man, this is magic. This is magic. Both players making decision, even if one of them is an aggro player. They still need to actually read the card and participate in this game. It's glorious. Alright, we got a 2-2. What they don't know is that we also have this. And that means we still get a very nice trade. Here's your... Well, can I just take the damage? Or just chump block? This is 7 damage. Oh man, I'm so hungry. No time to eat. No, I think we try to trade. We also might try to copy it, we'll see. This Anthem is huge deal, man. If not this, we would clear most of the things by now. Alright. So I cannot channel it, I believe. But we still play the black mana, I think, because we need more of it. Alright, so if I attack with everything... That's not perfect, but I get the clue, right? If we go Deadly Cover-Up, we kinda kill a lot of our stuff. I think we go like this. And I can crack the clue, right? So we are getting the biggest creature right now. You will see. Let's see if our opponent knows how it works. Alright. I crack the clue. And now I can make it a 4-4. Lazav is so cool. Love it. And now we trade it. Alright, and what do we do now? We can get something back. And let's go. I mean, I guess we only have Lazav. Bro, you are going back to action. Just in a different form. And yeah, I think we keep the cut down and the reinforcements. My voice is also suspicious. Alright. Let's see. Man, I like it. Like, this is new. This is new. This is fun. Honk for the day. And our opponent is going for the knight. Very scary card. Down to 2. We would love to draw this small life gain thing. I don't know. We'll see. Double Novice's Pact. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I think I know what happened. Man, direct damage is a lot. Man, this dealt like 7 or 8 damage to us. Well, good game, my friend. Let's show him what we had. We needed some life gain, man, but that's true. That's true. We needed some kind of, like, you know, huge punch so we can kill him, but we just didn't get it. Alright, the nitty part. We are talking about the new cards and if they are good or horrible or OP. Alright, I think I will start with the easiest one. The cover up seems to be, and by the way, the deck is super fun to play. Like this is exactly what I wanted from Dimir, and I'll be honest, like I love this set so far. Like I didn't play too much because I wanted to just showcase you the deck as soon as possible, but so far it's amazing. All right, Deadly Cover Up. This card is really good. I like it. I like the fact that you have this evidence 6 because normally when you hit a sweeper against a control, it's a dead draw. But man, you can target any grave, like opponent's graveyard, but any card. It doesn't have to be a creature. That means you can just take a Jace and extract their win con, hit Emperor, and with Dimir you always kill everything, like planeswalkers, creatures, they all die. So Deadly Cover Up really hits their whole deck with where it hurts the most. So even against control decks, it's still a decent card. I like it. I really like it. I think we will be using a lot. So that was the easy one. Intrude on the Mind. Extremely cool card. However, I use it together with Robbery and First for Discovery. So I want to see how much value it can generate. Obviously, if you are playing 3 or 4, you can clock your hand early game against aggressive decks. So it has some drawbacks, but we'll see also how the meta settles. With Lightning Helix, I hope there will be less mono red, and that means we have more time to play our stuff. So this card itself is amazing. Like you get value, you get instant board pressure, and you can also, mind game your opponent quite a lot. So this is one of the cards that I really like the design for, because your decisions, what type of player you are, how good you are at Magic, actually, it will matter a lot, because you can judge your opponent, what he will take, and then add or, retract from piles, so you think that you get the deal you want. And if your opponent doesn't really know what he's doing, it will show. Alright? You have seen enough Liliana ultimates to know that it's actual thing that can win you the games. So extremely excited for this card. We need to play it more, and it will heavily depend on the meta, but generally it seems amazing so far. Alright. Reenact the Crime. This one is easy on the other side. I never found it useful, man. I don't think you want to craft it. Like, I might be wrong, but for me, it seems super situational. Most of the time, thing I wanted to copy wasn't in the graveyard, and it needs to be put this turn. So unless you are trading, on board, which doesn't really happen for control, you need to kill something. So you need not 4 mana, but 6, and then you can steal Sheoldred. I think the CW is kinda the thing you want to use in the slot if you go for it. I honestly wouldn't craft it. I already have it. I will probably play it sometimes because it's fun, but it doesn't feel super strong generally. Maybe in some combination of cards, but on its own it just feels meh. I never used it, I think, in the whole video for good value. Sudden Setback. Fun card, but the problem is it's 4 mana counterspell that gives your opponent the same threat on the next turn. It's pretty versatile, so I kinda liked it, but 4 mana and the fact that it's still there, I would probably just play normal counterspells. So this one, the meh pile. Lazav, man, I wasn't super excited for Lazav, even though obviously it's my avatar, alright? It's one of my favorite cards, or characters I should say, because I've been playing with the maybe not the original, I don't know how many times it was reprinted, but the historic one that can copy all the giants and stuff like this, and it was amazing. I love the card, and this one feels super close to this. Honestly, it surprised me. It feels like a decent creature. Not only it has good stats, 2/3 for 2 mana is decent, it exiles, and that's huge. This is honestly the reason I included it in the deck, because it's like a mini trespasser in a way, right? But the fact that you get card advantage every turn, like you have seen that the Boros deck actually feared this and tried to triple block just to prevent the extra cards, and even though you need to pay for them, at some point it feels nicely. Like you usually have some spare mana, your opponent didn't draw a threat, so you don't need to remove something, and then you just reload fully. So at some point of the game you usually get all those cards with no real drawback. So I'm liking it, and the exile effect is nice, and the shape-shifting stuff, man, it's so fun. Like I'm sure you can make even cooler things with this. So Drag the Canal, another card that I didn't really pay too much attention to, maybe I should, but I liked it. I liked it. It's obviously harder because you need to make something happen before you play it. You need to kill a creature. You need to keep track of killing creatures, contrary to what I did today. But I think the fact that you surveil to, which I believe via the calculations of MTG Masters, Scry 2 is very similar to drawing one card. Surveil is kinda the same, right? If you have Graveyard Synergy, it's better. So you already kinda draw a card, and then you investigate and you actually draw a card, on top of having a 2/2 creature and life gaining. Something Dimir doesn't generally have, so you can see that we skewed a little bit into the life gain. March and 3 of those, that gives a little bit. We don't have this Emperor, right? So we need to we need to work for this life gain. And so far the card is great. The fact that it cycles itself basically is so huge. The only problem is that you need additional removal on top of it. So it's basically a 3 mana play or 4 mana play. But we have cut downs, we have go for the throats. Worst case, we can use March for 1 mana, exile something, kill a creature, play this, and get very good value. So I like the card so far. I think it's very versatile, and I always liked having it. And the robbery, absolute star of the video, I think. Yeah, I really like it. The only drawback is that you are drawing from not your deck, so sometimes you don't hit what you want. But the fact that you get between 4 and 7, 8 cards means that you have enough of your opponent's deck that you can actually start using his synergies, because in 8 cards there's probably some synergies, right? Even in 5. And that means you can start getting his value from his deck, even though you don't synergize fully. So man, I found it really nice so far, and the instant speed is insane, especially if you have few. The first one just gives you this fodder of threats, right? You just play everything, and your opponent needs to answer card for card, and then you play the second one when you actually care about every single play, and your opponent is out of gas already. So yeah, pretty fun so far. And don't forget, this exiles the top cards from their library. Is it going to, because the point is you can mill them in a way. If you stack especially 2 or 3 of those, like, you can actually mill Jay's worth of cards. But just an added benefit, alright? I want to mention it because in some games, exiling last 5 cards from your opponent's library will win you the game. And yeah, that's cool. So overall, I like the deck. It's definitely not perfect yet. I wanted to, show you the new cards, show the interactions. Like, I wanted to video be as soon as possible. It still will be a bit longer than I wanted, but I know you are, you need some gameplay with the new cards, and so did I. So I tried to make something that makes sense. Probably those should be cut. And yeah, we'll transform a little bit, so we probably need to go into mid-game a little bit more. But I hope you enjoyed this video and you have some idea about the new cards. That was the idea. And yeah, that's kinda it. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe so you don't miss cool videos. And thank you for being here. And guys, we finally did it. We waited, and Dimir has a sweeper. Alright, it's been way too long. Alright guys, thanks, and see you maybe earlier than tomorrow.